Good morning, everyone. Today I will present a strategic evaluation of Hatton National Bank, commonly known as HNB, which all of us know. The purpose of this presentation is to understand how HNB develops and executes its strategies to achieve sustainable growth in Sri Lanka's highly competitive banking industry. I will discuss HNB's strategic direction, internal resources, external environmental, competitive position, business strategy, execution capabilities, and financial performance. This analysis is mainly based on information from the HNB and report. Let us begin with a brief introduction about the bank. HNB was established in 1888 and has developed from a small bank serving from Sri Lanka's tea growing regions into one of the country's leading commercial banks. Today, HNB is recognized as a domestic, systematically important bank. This means that the bank plays an important role in the sustainability of Sri Lanka's overall financial system. HNB has a strong presence in corporate banking, retail banking, semi-finance, and microfinance. The bank operates through more than 250 customer centers supported by digital bank channels. Another important strength is its group structure. HNB is supported by subsidiaries operating in areas such as finance, insurance, and investment. Therefore, HNB is not simply a traditional bank. It operates as a wider financial service ecosystem. Now let's look at their vision, mission, and the values of HNB. The HNB's vision is to become the acknowledged leader and preferred partner in providing financial solutions through inspired people. Its mission focuses on combining entrepreneurial thinking, empowered employees, and modern technology to exceed stakeholder expectations. The bank's values include professional integrity, mutual respect, customer focus, passion, courageous to change, and unity in diversity. These are important because the strategy is not only about increasing profits. A successful strategy must also guide employees' behavior, how customers are treated, and how decisions are made. For an example, the value courage to change is particularly relevant today because banks must continuously respond to digital transformation, cybersecurity, and changing customer expectations. So in the next slide, let's look at the strategic direction. HNB's strategic direction focuses on resilience, capital strength, and long-term sustainability. The first priority is risk portfolio growth. This means that HNB carefully balances growth opportunities with the risks associated with lending. The bank is also moving towards more secure lending rather than depending heavily on unsecured loans. The second priority is increasing low-cost deposits. Practically, current and savings accounts, commonly known as CASA deposits. These deposits help the bank control its funding costs and protect its profit margins. The third priority is ESG integration. HNB considers environmental, social, and governance factors when making lending decisions. Finally, the bank is moving from traditional branch-based banking towards relationship-based digital ecosystems. In simple terms, HNB wants customers to manage more of their financial activities through connected digital services instead of visiting the branch for each and every transaction. So, let's put this into a framework of 5-year strategic framework because HNB's transformation can be explained clearly through the framework of this 5-year framework: automation, agility, analytics, accessibility, and alliance. Automation helps the bank reduce manual work, processing time, and operating costs. Agility refers to the bank's ability to respond quickly to changes in economic conditions, regulations, and customer behavior. Analytics allows HNB to use customers and financial data to improve credit decisions and identify potential risks. Accessibility focuses on making banking services available through both physical and digital channels, especially through platforms such as HNB Solo and digital banking. Finally, alliances improve working with fish companies, payment providers, and other business partners. A simple example is online shopping. Customers expect payments to be fast, convenient, and available at any time. 24/7. HNB cannot provide that experience through branch alone. It requires automation, data, digital access, and strategic partnerships. Let's look at the PESTEL external analysis. The PESTEL analysis helps us understand the external factors influencing HNB politically and legally. The bank must comply with regulations issued by institutions such as the central bank. These include capital adequacy, liquidity, risk management requirements. Economically, HNB is reflected by inflation, interest rate changes, exchange rate movements, and Sri Lanka's sovereign debt situation. These conditions can affect customers' ability to repay loans. Socially, customers are increasingly moving towards mobile and online banking. This encourages banks to expand digital services such as HNB Digital Banking and HNB Soul. Technologically, the bank must respond to fish competition, digital payment development, and cybersecurity threats. Therefore, HNB operates in an environment where it must continuously balance innovation with regulations and risk control. In the next slide is about the evaluations. It's about we are talking about the resources and the capabilities. This slide evaluates HNB resources using the VRIO framework. VRIO stands for valuable, rare, intermediate, and non-sustainable. HNB's long history and brand reputation are valuable because customers normally prefer to deposit their money with an institution they trust. Its large SME relationship network is also difficult for new competitors to copy. These relationships have been developed over many years, are supported by local knowledge. HNB also has the digital platforms, internal analysis capabilities, and advanced credit risk models. This group structure creates future advantages because banking, finance, insurance, and investment service can support one another. These resources create a strong competitive advantage than any single product or technology could provide. In the next slide, let's look at the competitive position of HNB. The Sri Lankan banking sector is highly competitive with strong private banks, state banks, and emerging regional companies. HNB is protected to some extent by its established customer base, brand reputation, and large retail deposit network. However, the customer bargaining power is increasing because customers easily come to their bank and switch between digital services. Traditional banking also has high entry barriers because new banks require significant capital and regulatory approval. However, each companies do not always enter full banks. They may target specific areas such as payment, lending, or money transfers. Therefore, HNB must compete in two directions. Again, established banks offering full range of services and against specialized digital competitors offering faster, and simpler solutions. In the next slides, we are talking competitive strategies. HNB follows a combination of focus, differentiation, and digital cost management. Focus that differentiation means offering specialized products to particular customer needs. For an example, HNB Gamapuga provides financial support to micro and small entrepreneurs. The bank also provides specialized services for SME, corporate clients, and high net worth customers. These services are difficult for a digital-only company to replace because they require personal relationships with knowledge of local business conditions. At the same time, HNB uses digital channels to reduce the cost of routine traditions. For example, checking a balance or transferring money through an app costs less than processing the same transaction in a physical branch. Therefore, HNB is following a hybrid strategy, maintain personalized relationship banking while using technology to improve efficiency. Let's look at the strategic actions and the target and scope. HNB strategic actions can be grounded into three areas. The first is portfolio consideration. Due to different economic conditions, the bank focuses on capital preservation, loan recovery, and balance sheet stability. The second is digital stability. HNB encourages customers to make routine transactions from branches, mobile, and online channels. This allows the bank to serve more customers without increasing physical infrastructure at the same rate. The third is ecosystem growth. HNB forms partnerships in areas such as trade, logistics, agriculture, and payments. The timing of this action is important. Given economic uncertainty, the bank must first protect its financial stability. Once stability is secure, it can invest more confidentially in expansion and innovation. Let's look at the cooperative strategy and diversification. HNB allows a related diversification strategy. Approximately 75% of its portfolio is connected to commercial banking, including retail, corporate, and SME banking. HNB Insurance contributes through insurance services, while HNB Finance focuses on areas such as microfinance and emerging customer segmentation. The group also has invested in capital market operations. This diversification provides several advantages. For example, a banking customer may also request an insurance, leasing, or investment service. HNB can provide these services to the same group. It also allows the organization to share customer relationships, distribution channels, and support services. However, the group must ensure that each business remains properly governed and does not create uncertainties for the core bank. In the next slide, we are looking at the strategy execution, culture, and leadership. A strong strategy is only valuable when it's properly executed. HNB uses a flexible organizational structure in which businesses units operate with central oversight from functions such as risk, compliance, and finance. Employee development is also important as a bank becomes more digital. Employees require skills in data analysis, cybersecurity, digital service, relationship management, governance, and ethical leadership are especially important in banking because customers must bank savings and personal information, which also connects employees' performance with strategic objectives through reform of management and reward system. A useful comparison is that a good game plan is the cleanup. The players must understand their role. develop the required skills, and work together to achieve the results. Let's look at how HNB use the financial performance and strategic evaluation. The bank maintains a capital adequacy ratio of more than 18%, providing a strong buffer against the unexpected losses. Its CASA ratio is approximately about 48%. This is important because current and savings deposits normally provide a low-cost source of funding. The cost-to-income ratio is approximately 45%, indicating the relationships between the bank's operating expenses and income. The return on equity is about 14%, showing its ability to generate returns for shareholders. The main strengths are strong capitalization, established digital capabilities, and disciplined financial management. However, HNB still faces risk from regulatory costs, economic uncertainty, and possible duration in loan equity. Overall, the bank is financially resilient, but it must continue to monitor risk carefully. So now we have come to the final slide of our presentation, the conclusion of our presentation. In conclusion, HNB remains one of the Sri Lanka's strongest and most resilient financial institutions. Its key strengths include trusted brand, strong capital position, large customer network, diversified financial services portfolio, and expanding digital capabilities. The bank's strategy approximately combines stability with transformation. It protects its balance sheet and capital while investing in digital banking and seeks partnerships and customer experience. However, HNB must continue strengthening cybersecurity, customer experience, innovation, and credit risk management. My overall evaluation is that HNB has a clear strategic direction and the resources required to achieve sustainable growth. Its future success may depend on how effectively it balances three priorities: financial stability, digital implementation, solutions. So this is the end of the presentation. Stay tuned.